Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Students, now in this video we are discussing fate of ammonia. So fate of ammonia. So now what are the main important points we will discuss here is, so first of all we will discuss the two main ways. So how the ammonium ammonia involves in the in manufacturing or in synthesis of amino acids, and what are the types of two main processes are there, and the complete information of fate ammonia we will discuss in this video. So now first of all, at physiological pH, ammonia is protonated to form NH4 plus. At a physiological pH, ammonia is protonated to form NH4 plus. Means first of all it will be protonated. Means suppose if you take the NH3, so protons, means here the protons are going to be added, so thereby it will be converted into NH4 plus. So thereby what is the point? At a physiological pH, a ammonia is protonated to form NH4 plus or ammonium ions. While the most of the plants can assimilate nitrate as well as ammonium ions. So thereby here, and one more point here, while most of the plants they can assimilate the nitrate as well as ammonium ions. So means here the plants also they have the capability to synthesize the nitrate as well as ammonium ions. Now here the later one means here the ammonium ions are quite toxic to the plants. Okay, so here the ammonium ions are quite toxic, means actually plants has the capability to synthesize the nitrates as well as ammonium ions also, and or at physiological pHs, so chance is there, or at physiological pHs ammonia again it is protonated to form ammonium ions. Means likewise two types of processes we can be seen. But what is the main important point now we are concentrating is ammonium ions are toxic to the plants. Sir, if toxic sir, then eppadi sir use then why these plants are synthesizing ammonium means pathama, even though it is a toxic, definitely plant has to prepare the ammonium ions. Why? Because reason you will understand soon once you see. It is quite toxic to the plants and hence cannot accumulate in them. Means toxic substances are going to be synthesized in the plants, but plants are not storing these toxic substances. Then how they are utilizing means, now you see, let us know, now you see how the ammonium ions, NH4 plus ammonium ions are used to synthesize the amino acids in plants. Point you understood? No, means that's why even though ammonium ions are toxic to the plants, but the plants are synthesizing these ammonium ions for the preparation of amino acids. Okay, so means if suppose if the ammonium ions are going to be accumulated in the plants for permanently, means at the time it will cause problems. But here what is happening? So these ammonium ions they are utilizing for the synthesis of amino acids. So that's why here the plants are preparing, or the plants are synthesizing NH4 plus ions. So thereby, so gradually, so the furtherly they will prepare the amino acids from the ammonium. First one. So here there are two main ways in which this can takes place. So here there are two main important processes are there. So by seeing the two processes, so how amino acids are going to be formed from the ammonium ions. Now let us see. If first one is reductive amination. One is reductive amination. So in these processes, ammonium reacts with the alpha ketoglutaric acid. In these processes, in a reductive amination, what is happening? So ammonium reacts with the alpha ketoglutaric acid and forms glutaric acid. And forms the glutaric acid as indicated in the equation below. So that particular information means here how ammonium ions are reacting with the alpha ketoglutaric acid and how forms the glutamic acid, that one. Now in Kile this particular equation is no. So from this equation let us continue to learn. If alpha ketoglutaric acid we have taken as one of the substrates, and here ammonium ions are there, and with the help of NADPH energy or NADPH. Now glutamate dehydrogenase is the enzyme name. So glutamate dehydrogenase is the enzyme name. So thereby here the alpha ketoglutaric acid and ammonium ions and NADPH, all these three substrates comes together involved in the formation of a product known as glutamate or glutamic acid. Okay, along with the glutamate or glutamic acid, water molecules as well as NADP also formation takes place. So means here what is the point? Definitely in a reductive amination process we are observing or we are noticing the formation of amino acid, nothing but glutamate or glutamic acid. That is the point here we can be discussed. Later, transamination. Next one is transamination. First of all, before start to discuss the transamination, what is the point we have discussed? In a reductive amination, what is the name of the enzyme is involved in the reaction? Glutamate dehydrogenase. Important. Glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme helps to form the glutamic acid or glutamate amino acid in the present with the help of ammonium ions and with the involvement of alpha ketoglutaric acid. Okay, next one, transamination point of view, it involves in the once you see the side heading, so then you will understand clearly. Transamination means, one more time, transamination. So are you getting any did you get any idea? So trans means it is going to be shifted. Transfer certificate TC we will take now, from the lower standard to when we are going to the higher standards. So likewise transfer means transfer amination or transamination means here we are getting one point. Definitely here the amine group or amino group is going to be transferred. So how this one is going to be transferred and what is the mechanism of all these things? Now let us see. Now that is this. It involves the transfer of amino group from one amino acid to the keto group of keto acid. Once you see, so how the process of transamination process taking place? It involves in the transfer of amino group from one amino acid to the keto group of keto acid. So now here, so definitely as we read before, so thereby we understood what it is thing is going to be happen. The transfer of amino group from the one amino acid to keto group of keto acid. It is going to be reached to the keto group of keto acid. Now the glutamic acid is a main amino acid from which the transfer of NH2 process takes place. Okay, so next one, the amino group takes place. The amino group takes place and the other amino acids are formed through the transamination. So one more time you see there. So glutamic acid is the main amino acid from which the transfer of NH to the amino group takes place. The other amino acids are formed through the transamination. So means here, according to this information point of view, NH2 group means the transfer of amino groups which is taking place from the are coming out from the glutamic acid, and it involves in the formation of another amino acid by the process of transamination process. So then what is the enzyme it is going to be involved in this particular transamination means, that is this. transaminase enzyme. So this particular transaminase, ASE means stands for enzyme. So this transaminase enzyme catalyzes all such reactions. For example, so means here the transaminase enzyme definitely involves in the transamination reactions. So thereby, what is the example? So we can explain, or we can take for the explanation of transamination is, here one amino donor is there and here one amino acceptor is there. So now here what are the amine groups are there? No, that one is going to be received by the acceptor. That acceptor is nothing but keto group of keto acid. So now here if you see there amino donor R1 with C carbon, hydrogen NH3 and COO minus. So this is one compound which is we will be considering as amino donor. Later it is acceptor, keto group of keto acid. Now it is the left side of the reactions. Now like a substrate. So now here the product is R1 with C double bond O with CCOO minus, and R2 with, once you see that here the amino group, so that one is shifted to the, here actually amino group is there on NH3, so that one is shifted to the R2 group. Why? Because here it is acting as a donor of the amino group. No, so thereby in products, no, the amino group which has been reached to the R2 compound. So thereby here now simple, the R1 is after in right side, no, R1 converted into like R1 being like R2 and R2 being like R1. Okay, so thereby here, so this is a kind of reaction which we can be explained under transamination. Okay, transamination. So one and only the main important point that is in transamination, the transfer of amine groups we will be observing. So that is also which is going to be transferred from the one amino acid to keto group of keto acid, and the best amino acid to transfer the amine group is glutamic acid. So now here what is the point here we are going to discuss here is the most important amides. One is asparagine and one more is glutamine. So one is asparagine and one more is glutamine, found in plants and or structural part of proteins. So means here actually amides, in amides, two types of amino acids, two types of amides. amide, DES, two parts or two important amides which we can be seen in proteins. So first one is asparagine and one more is glutamine, found in the plants or structural part of the proteins. So definitely, so these all are acting as a structural part of proteins. Next one, they are formed from two amino acids. Means here the what are the two amides are there? No, these two amides are formed from the two amino acids known as aspartic acid as well as glutamic acid. Now aspartic acid as well as glutamic acid, if you see there, no, so here the asparagine is formed from the aspartic acid, whereas glutamine is formed from the glutamine is formed from the glutamic acid. Okay, so thereby if aspartic acid helps to form the one amide name is asparagine, and the glutamic acid also helps to form the one amide name as glutamine. Okay, respectively. How these amino acids are converted into amides means because by addition of another amino group each other. So means here suppose if amino acids are there, now for these amino acids or to this amino acid, when we are going to attach the one amino group, when we are going to attach the one amino group, so thereby amino acids are directly transformed or directly converted into amides. Okay, so that is a point we can concentrate more. Next one, the hydroxyl part of the acid is replaced by another NH2 radical. So that's why here what is happening, what is the hydroxyl part is there in the acid, no, that is replaced by the NH2 radical. So thereby definitely there from the amino acid to we can see the development of amides. So that is a point here we can notice. Now since amide contain more nitrogen than the amino acids or amino acids. Now here so in comparison between the amino acids and amides, So where we can find out more number of nitrogens means we can find out more number of nitrogens in the amides. Why? Because recently we have added one amino group to the amino acid, no. So then only the amino acid is converted into amides. So thereby, so number of nitrogens pathambodhu definitely we will find out more number of nitrogen compounds or the nitrogen in amide. Okay, ma. Next one, they are transported through the other parts. Means here, once the amides are formed, sir, then what they will do, sir, means definitely they will transported or transferred or transported, so from one part to other parts of the plant. So now how they will transfer means, so through the or via xylem vessels. Xylem vessels means if you take angiosperms, they the xylem vessels or most conducting channels, major conducting channel of water and minerals. So now here, once you see there, they are means the amides which are transported to the all parts of the plant via xylem vessels. See the neat bit, try to save in your mind later. In addition, means konchi information, konchi extra information also kodtache adi enna. In addition, along with the transpiration stream, the nodules of some plants, for example, soybeans export the fixed nitrogen as urites. So one more new information pathambodhu enna. So here the transpiration stream means so while the evaporation of water is going to be taken place or occurs in the leaves, so already in previous classes we see, so some type of undisturbed column formation takes place in the xylem cells or the xylem complex cells, so thereby so this particular transpiration stream helps to export the fixed nitrogen as or in the name of urites. So this particular urites means nitrogenous compounds generally where we can see, so generally we can be seen in some kind of examples or like leguminous plants or there, so in leguminous plants we know very well, so there we have seen the formation of nodules. So example what they have given, soybeans, so we will see the one of the nitrogenous compounds known as urites. So these nitrogenous compounds, so which will be translocated from the one place to another place with the help of transpiration stream. So that is the point here we are discussing. Later, these compounds also have particularly high nitrogen number than the carbon ratio. If you see there, when we are discussing about the ratio of nitrogen as well as carbon, if you pathambodhu, so in these kind of chemical compounds, definitely we will notice the more number of nitrogen number than the carbon's ratio. So likewise here, what is the point we are discussing? Under fate of ammonia, generally in physiological pH conditions, ammonia is protonated, later it forms the ammonia, or generally one more also, actually plants also can synthesize the ammonium ions. But here what is the point? Ammonium ions are toxic substances, that's why. So plants will not store these toxic substances but utilize these toxic ammonium ions in the synthesis of amino acids. So thereby how? By two different types of processes. One is reductive amination and one more is transamination. In reductive amination, what is the point we have seen? Alpha ketoglutaric acid by mingling with the ammonium ions and with the help of NADPH. So when glutamate or glutamic acid formation takes place, so this particular reaction is under the control of a enzyme known as glutamate dehydrogenase. Later, transamination means here the amine groups are going to be transferred between the amino acid to later keto group of keto acids. Okay, so thereby here, so when the amino acids are going to be transferred from the one place to another place, so there from one kind of amino acids to, so there is a synthesis of some other kind of amino acids. So here what is the main important donor for the amino groups means glutamic acid is the main important example, so which donates the amino groups from one amino acid to next one. Later, if you see the plants, there are two different types of amides we can be noticed or we can be seen. One is asparagine and second one is glutamine. Asparagine, which is formed from the aspartic acid, it is a kind of amino acid, and even glutamic acid or glutamine is formed from the one of the amino acids known as glutamic acid respectively. Later, sir, how sir the amides are going to be formed from the amino acids means just one NH2 group which will be added to the amino acids, so thereby the amino acids now transformed into amides. Okay, so thereby what is the difference? Suppose for amino acids, if you add at a hydroxyl group, suppose if you add one extra amino group means, so thereby amino acids are transformed into amides. So later, so there are different types of means here what are the amides which are there now, definitely will not be stable at one place, it will be translocated from the one place to another place or transported from the one place to another place with the help of xylem vessels. So some other kind of information also, some other kind of elements or the nitrogenous compounds known as urites, so which we can be seen in the leguminous or the nodules of the some leguminous plants, for example soybean. So urites or nitrogenous compounds which will be translocated from the one place to another place with the help of a transpiration stream. And number of components, so definitely more number of nitrogenous compounds we can be seen than the carbon ratio. Okay, later now nitrogen cycle point of view, so it is easy only, it is no need to remember, just one time particle. This is atmospheric nitrogen. So there are different types of mechanisms over there for the fixation of atmospheric nitrogen in the form of ammonia and nitrates. Once you see, if you take the biological nitrogen fixation, from the biological nitrogen fixation, ammonium formation takes place. Ammonia formation takes place, and in industrial nitrogen fixation point of view also, so what they will synthesize means ammonia only they will prepare. And electrical nitrogen fixation point of view, which one is going to be fixed? Nitrates formation takes place. So here what we can write here is, so this entire process which occurs even in the soil also, that's why here when there are different types of nitrogenous compounds are present in the soil, so here we will write one more word, that is soil and nitrogen pool or soil nitrogen pool. Means here even this entire process which occurs even in the soil also, that's why we are denoting like this. Later nitrates, so nitrate forms generally absorbed by the plants, so that's why here we have written as uptaken or uptake by the plant biomass. So later once the plant biomass, when it will be like a decaying, suppose here the plants also death means sometimes leaf fall or plants, twigs or flowers or the leaves, everything, so definitely it will fall down at the time, decaying process. So later, or when the plants are eaten by the animals, animal biomass will be there. Now these two, decaying biomass of the plants as well as animal biomass, so definitely involves in the formation of ammonia again, so by the process of ammonification. And one more important process is there, that is, so what are the nitrogenous or the nitrate compounds are there in the soil, sometimes with the help of or in the presence of like denitrification bacteria, means Pseudomonas and Thiobacillus we see in previous video. So with the help of this one, so nitrate compounds which will be converted into atmospheric nitrogen, so that particular point or process only we are calling as denitrification. So likewise one nitrogen cycle, so which we can be seen. So how here what we have learned is, so how the atmospheric nitrogen is going to be converted into various forms and what are the uses, so how it will be transferred from the one place to another place successively we have seen. So this is the complete information of mineral nutrition chapter. So in the next video, so I will introduce new chapters information, so that is photosynthesis in higher plants. Thank you and be safe at home. So when you will get a free time now, don't see only one or twice, so try to see or try to watch these videos until you learn the information very nicely. Thank you and be safe at home.